Hi everyone, I wanted to talk about SalesTube. What is SalesTube? What is this thing? So basically, SalesTube is a kind of a system that we created for Amazon and online vendors to be able to sell their products easily to different retailers in the States. Now, this is not coaching, this is not learning or teaching. It's about doing, it's about sales. And what we do in SalesTube is as follow. You subscribe to SalesTube, and once you subscribe to this SalesTube thing, we start to sell your products, and we're selling it with a lot of different tools, different variations of tools, and I will be explaining in the next videos. But I just wanted to say that we are using a lot of efforts for each and every brand that we work with to get them into the market, into the industry, into the brick and mortar stores. Now, back in the time, we've been working with the Amazon seller for like 6 years by now, 20 years in general in retail. But what we understood recently is that the Amazon sellers are quite a sophisticated sellers, and they want things to run smoothly, and they want the thing to be done for them. They want the job to be done, like all of us actually, but it's very clear that Amazon sellers are much more high-leveled in terms of skills and everything. So what we did is we created this subscription thing, and you will learn about it more in this page. And this thing is meant for us to know everything about the brand that is yours, that we are about to sell. And by understanding everything, we will be able to sell your brands to a lot of different channels. Obviously, the main channels that we are talking about are the brick and mortar. Now, brick and mortar physical stores, we do have the understanding of how they work, what they expect to see, how they expect to see it, and everything. That's what we call under the term retail ready. So we have to be retail ready if we want to work with the brick and mortar stores. And people might think that it's a huge thing, but it's not at all. Being retail ready is something that you will do in like no time. Some of the brands I work with were able to do it within 2-3 days. Sometimes maximum time of 2 weeks, and once they are retail ready with the packaging, with the visibility of their website, with the right texts that we're going to use in sales, that's where our part comes in, and you just sit back and relax and enjoy the show and see us how we sell your brand. Now, when we do those sales to the different channels, different buyers, category manager, sourcing manager, and so on, when we do that, we are always keeping you involved, meaning you're going to get reports on a weekly or weekly base of what is happening with your brand. Obviously, whenever there is like a real request in terms of like sampling request or information request or pricing request from any buyer, immediately our team CC you, and you are involved with the whole process. That means that you are going to work directly with the retailers, but we are working with you as a team, and that's what makes us different from the other rep agents. Because if you search in the USA, you will probably be able to find distributors or rep agents. Distributors, and that's the small difference, are usually buying from you and selling a second time resell to the retailers, while the rep agents like us are just selling them and taking commission. So we work on the second method, but we are not working as other rep agents because we are involved in the process, based on the fact and the thinking that most of the online sellers do not really have the knowledge that it takes to communicate with buyers. Obviously, you would have the knowledge if you would go through it once or twice or even 3-4 times, right? But for the first times, and for the ongoing as well, if that's needed, we are always involved, meaning we are involved in the emails. You will see that when we book a call, or then when the retailer book a call with you, we are going to be there. One of our team is always going to be present, both in emails, phone calls, and Zoom calls. And that makes the process much easier and much more professional, because sometimes retailers are asking for questions and for information that you are not sure what to respond them and how to respond properly, and that's why we are there to do it together with you. So at the end of the day, your brand is going to be the name on the purchase order. So if your company name is, for example, YZ, then the order is going to be given to YZ. We are not going to be, as Retail Empire, on the purchase order, but we're going to be active in the whole process and obviously taking our side of commission when the deal is done. And we do not take our commission a second before you get fully paid for your orders. That's how we work. We don't think there is any other good way to work with. So this is in general SalesTube, and you're going to find tons of more information in this page. And obviously, if you still have questions, you can always contact us. There's a link to book a call with me or with one of my partners or our team, and we can always answer any question you have. Thank you, and we really wait for you to join.